Thank you for watching and following TVS London. This is an online channel where we talk about sports and technology. We wanted to bring inspirational personals from this industry, from sports and technology, to talk about their inspirational journey so that their journey and their stories can give some inspiration to the young people. Spirit of cricket is one of the key themes in our cricket segment. We wanted to make sure the young generation, the young people, learn about the spirit of cricket and what does it mean, and then they play with the game with the true spirit. We wanted to bring technology forefront of our discussions, and we will bring some key leaders from the industry, from technology, from sports, to talk about the challenge and opportunities ahead and how we can adapt the new normal. Due to COVID-19, our life will be different. The things will be depending on technology. We wanted to make sure the sports are ready. We wanted to make sure the people, the young people, the coaches, and the industry learn about how to adapt, how technology can help coaches, how technology can help players, and how the fans can have the excitement and experience without being in the ground. So we wanted to discuss all of them. Please follow us. Please contact us if you wanted to tell your inspirational stories, and we will bring you in our discussions, in our program. And from you, there will be a lot of people will be learning.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum, and good afternoon, everybody from London. This is TVS London. We are talking about cricket, and welcome to Spirit of Cricket with Ratan. It is fantastic August summer weather in England, and of course, cricket in England means there will be rain, the game will be disrupted, players will be going in and coming out, and this is what exactly happening when the Pakistan playing England recently. As you could see that only couple of hundred and couple of overs played last test match. There are lots of disruptions, and there are talks about the bringing the timing before, so that at least if there's a rain disruption, the game can be played, and you have some sufficient a little bit of time to cover those the rain disrupt timing. So as you know that we talk always about spirit of cricket, and we bring the special people, and today no doubt we got somebody very, very special. We'll be talking about cricket, his journey, and we all inspired by various success, and he was part of various success, and one of them, of course, he was part of Pakistan World Cup winning team. So what can be better than that? Number one. Number two, he's the person who helped Afghanistan cricket where they are now. Would you believe it? A lot of people probably don't know. So without further ado, I'm just going to introduce my guest today, and my very elderly brother, and I respect him very well, Iqbal Sikander. Iqbal bhai, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, Ratan. How are you?
I'm alhamdulillah good. Good to see you, and thanks for coming, and thanks for taking time to come to my program.
It's a pleasure, and thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, so Iqbal bhai, I just talked about various things that you've been part of. Of course, one of them was Pakistan. Another thing was the journey that you had with Afghanistan team and where Afghanistan team is now. So we'll talk a lot about it. Just tell me what you are doing now. Of course, you are the ICC's development officer for Asian region. Just tell us, viewers, about the role you are doing at the moment, and then we'll talk further.
Currently, I'm working for the International Cricket Council as Cricket Development Officer for Asia. We have 16 member countries where we work and see how we can help them develop cricket. Some of the countries are way ahead, like, for example, Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, Nepal. They're way ahead, Oman. And some of the countries that we are really working hard on, like Iran, Myanmar, Bhutan, Maldives. So yes, it's a combination of some strong teams, some weaker teams, and my job here is to see that all get equal opportunities to grow and all get equal opportunities to play and get an opportunity to learn from each other. So that's my role in the
Yeah,
ICC.
yeah, I think that's a huge role, and the part that you're talking about, the working with the associate members, it's not easy because the infrastructure is not there sometimes. Sometimes the program is not there, and you are trying to help various way. Just give us an example. What sort of support a new country you provide? So, what are the things you look into?
So there are a number of things that we work on. It depends on the requirement of the country. For example, I'll give you an example of Bhutan. That is a lovely country, very picturesque, very keen on developing cricket. The home board is linked with UNICEF, so they are working with the development of the game through support of UNICEF and also with help of BCCI. So that is where I come in and see where we as an organization can come in and help. For example, helping them with developing of infrastructure if there is a possibility, helping them develop coaches. I myself go there, run various coaching courses to develop coaches. I go there, train the players, the national team players. At the same time, the other important thing that we have to do is to contact the government officials to see how best we can leverage that position that we have to kind of influence the home government to help and support the home, like for example, Bhutan cricket. So that is what our job is, to go there and do multiple different kind of jobs that we have to do. Each country has a different requirement. So we work on individual requirements and we work on what the best practices in that country and how best we can help in developing various different ways that we can.
Yeah, so there are a lot of things I think you all do, and what is the how many development officers working within the region,
Well,
Asia?
with the ICC, it's only me as the development officer, and I have a team where we have a development manager who, fortunately, is your very good friend and my younger brother, Aminul Islam Bulbul from Bangladesh. He is our development manager, and we got another person, Letitia, who works in the office. So we got three people working in the Asian region, and I work as a development officer. So for 16 countries, there's one development manager, one development officer, and one office assistant there.
Yeah, so the three people, there are a lot to do. All right. Yes, and we can imagine the hard work and good work you've been doing, and the cricket is flourishing in Middle East in particular, I should say. And it's not gone to your credit, I should say.
By the grace of God Almighty, yes, cricket in the Middle East is growing rapidly. We have seen some very, very good results. For example, we have UAE playing in various ICC championships, Oman qualifying for the World Cup, the T20 World Cup. So and other like countries like Kuwait doing pretty well. So there are a number of countries doing extremely well, and we're very proud of their success. Some of the upcoming countries which we feel have a great future is one of them is Saudi Arabia with a lot of potential.
Brilliant.
Um, they've got very talented players. They've got good administration. So we are working with them to see how best we can get them to the next level. So yes, talking about Middle East, we have got very good countries, some very good teams, and some very good performances coming out in the last few years.
Iqbal bhai, there are a lot to talk, and you know that within the short time, probably we cannot get through your journey. But you know that I really wanted to heard about your experience during World Cup winning period. You know that 1992 you won, and it was the dream come true not only for the players, it was the whole nation, Pakistan, or celebrated. Just talk through about the experience and your memories.
Well, that is something that one can cherish all your life. A wonderful journey. Initially, starting off with losing the first 4 or 5 games, and we were about to be out of the tournament. I still remember our manager, Mr. Intikhab Alam, telling us a night before the match against Sri Lanka that if we lose this game, I suggested you pack your bags now because we leave the following morning. So that was where we were right at a stage where it was just touch and go. And it was a must win game for us. And in that journey, I would give a lot of credit to our leader, our captain, Imran Khan, who inspired the team. The best thing was that on that day when we're going to play Sri Lanka, and that was a do or die game for us, and as soon as the bus left the hotel, he stood up and said, "Boys, I can only ask you one small favor, and that is give me not 100%, give me 110% today. And we will try to do whatever we can. But God forbid, if we lose, I can assure you that no one is going to point finger at any of the players. I will take all the blame. But today, give me 110%. Believe me, that small speech inspired the team. We went to the ground. It was Sydney. We played Sri Lanka that day. We beat them comprehensively. Then playing after a day again at Sydney, we're playing Australia. We beat them again, and then we never looked back after that. Going out all out, playing against New Zealand in New Zealand, where they had won all the matches, round matches. We went there and we beat them without any problem and reached the semifinals. Of course, luck always favors us, and we were very fortunate that during that World Cup, one game that we played against England, we were bowled out for around, I think, 67 or 70 runs. And England were 30 odd for one when the rain came down. And that match was rained off, and we got that 1 point. And that 1 point took us to the semi-final. So, yes, it was a lovely journey, but a lot of credit goes to Imran Khan, our leader, who inspired the team. I'll give another example that in the first 4 or 5 games, out of the top 5 batsmen, 4 were not performing to as we were expecting them to. Only Javed Miadad was scoring runs at batting at number 4. So what he did was for the match against Sri Lanka, he said before the match in the team meeting, he said, "Inzi, you bat at number 6 or 7, and I'll bat at number 3. I will make sure that me and Javed, if we lose 2 quick wickets, me and Javed will stay till 30 odd overs and make sure that we do not lose too many wickets. And we got enough firepower towards the end. So if we have 10 or 15 overs with 5 or 6 wickets in hand, we'll get runs." And that exactly what happened. So, that is the kind of a player and a leader he was, that he inspired the team, number one, and then went up the order. Being a bowler, he went up the order number 3 and scored runs. And he and Javed, played marvelously till the end, till the final. And in most of the games, they both scored runs for us. So that's a kind of a story that I always cherish, and I always talk about that the kind of leader we had, a strong leader, and he never gave hope. He never gave hope. He was always there. No problem. We'll win it. Don't worry. We'll do it. We'll do it. And even during our domestic cricket season, when he used to play for Pakistan Airlines with us, whenever we were in trouble, he said, "All right, I'll bowl and I'll get the wickets for you. Don't worry. We'll win the game." So that's kind of an inspirational leader we had. And now he's leading the country. He's the prime minister, and we are all very proud of him.
Yeah, of course. It can't be better than Imran Khan, because as a cricket player, as a cricket fan, I was following him from a very very young age. You know that who didn't follow Imran Khan? All right, there are a lot of people, and I am one of those. And we heard a lot about his leadership, of course, and there are a lot of other stories that how he picked the team, how he select the players from here and there,
whenever he's seen somebody. I think we can talk all in a different day. So today is about you, and I wanted to talk more about you. So just tell us about how you picked to the Pakistan team during the World Cup, and what was the emotion going through towards you before you get into the team?
Well, I tell you what, I played with Imran in the team that we used to play in domestic cricket, PIA, and he had seen me play, he had seen me bowl, he had seen me batting, but before the World Cup, it's just that I wasn't selected. Um, the team left for Australia. I was still in Pakistan. And then during one of the domestic matches at night, I got a call from the secretary of Pakistan Cricket Board. I said, "Where are you?" I said, "I'm in Rawalpindi." "So what are you doing there?" I said, "I'm playing cricket." So, "Okay, where's your passport?" I said, "Why do you want my passport?" "Oh, because Imran Khan has asked us to get you there immediately. So ask your wife to send the passport and we'll get the visa done and you fly in the next 3 days." So that was something, I mean, I was shocked. I was having my dinner. I could not finish my dinner at that time. It was so exciting. And yes, third day, my flight was straight to Australia. So, that the reason that I probably got selected was because that he's seen me play, and obviously he needed two leg spinners. His main aim was that we are strong in leg spin, and that could be a match winning turning strategy. And thank God it worked well.
Yeah, you see that is nowadays, that uh, a captain would care about, the call somebody. I'm not sure either it happens in modern cricket, even past. It would have been really tough, and unless and until he has got that character, number one, number two, gain the trust from the board and the all the senior management. I think not only you, probably he may have some other choices during his tenure. All right.
Well, to be honest, Imran, I would say, is a born leader. He leads from the front and he makes decisions which he thinks is best for the team or now for the country. Um, Normally, they're difficult decisions, yes, but he is a kind of a character that he would prepare and he would be ready to take challenges. And in this case, he took up a challenge that I want two leg spinners. I selected one. Mushtaq was there in the team, but he thought that I need two leg spinners. And the kind of respect that he had in Pakistan and the Pakistan Cricket Board, that whenever he made a request, no one said no to him because they all knew, number one, that he is an honest captain, honest person, straightforward. He's got some kind of a vision and he's got a strategy behind it. And he strongly believes in what he says and what he does. So we all respected him. The cricket board respected him. And as soon as he asked for me to come in, everyone said, yes, let him go. So
Yeah,
that's a character he has.
So that's brilliant. And I think not only myself, a lot of viewers probably don't know that how you got selected in the Pakistan team. World Cup setup. You see that sometimes people go for the tour. It might happen, all right, but this is the World Cup, and you know that he made that call, and you went there. We'll play a very short clip, and we'll come back and talk a little bit about that. fantastic to watch you in action during this World Cup. What was going through your mind?
Well, it was just excitement. You feel very proud to have played for your country. You feel that you have something to give to the country. Now, as a development officer, as a coach, I take back all the memories with me, all the experience with me, and I try and pass it on to the youngsters that now I coach and play with at times, or I'm kind of running coaching courses and also a lot of experience that I have over there, the World Cup experience, I pass it on, and I'm sure there's something that they can learn from.
Yeah, brilliant. I think what you would tell to the young people, that like in subcontinent, in Bangladesh, Pakistan, India, Sri Lanka, there are a lot of young people play cricket, hundreds and thousands, and everybody wanted to play for the country. All right, everybody wanted to wear the shirts, and represent the country. What you would tell them, that a youngster watching you today, listening your stories, what you tell them?
I'll try and be as simple as possible. That is, never give up. Always keep on trying, no matter how hard it is, no matter what the situation is. You just do not give up. Do not let go of your hard training, and just hope and pray that you get an opportunity. I'll give an example of that. I was in the Pakistan team from 1980 to 1984. I toured India. Unfortunately, I did not get a chance to play in the test matches, but from 1980 to 1984, I was in the Pakistan team. Now, what happened after that was that I did not get a chance to play in the team after that. So from 1984 to 1992, it's a long journey. I never gave up hope. I kept on playing, I kept on training, and I kept on performing. That was important. Um, Not for Pakistan, but for my domestic team, that's Pakistan Airlines. And continuously, I kept on trying and trying and trying, and eventually, I got the result. So, my message is never give up, keep trying, and always you will get something in return.
Definitely. And you have proved that, that despite a long gap, you made it to the World Cup, and and you are the part of the winning team. Congratulations again, from myself and
Thank you.
from our show. Uh,
Thank you so much.
yeah, let's move on to your current role, and we just wanted to talk to you about your early days in Asian Cricket Council, where I can remember we talked sometimes, but we know that you played a key role for Afghanistan to get to the International Cricket Council's membership in associate member, and then so on. And your first visit to Afghanistan is 2003,
Three.
where a lot of cricket fans and cricket administrators, even countries, didn't know that Afghanistan, there is a cricket team or their possibility as a cricket team, and they can come all the way where they are now. Just talk us through.
Right. It's a very exciting journey, I would say. Um, in 2003, when Afghanistan applied for the membership of the Asian Cricket Council, uh, there was no one prepared to go because we need to make a country visit to explore the possibilities, whether they can become a member or not, and there was no one ready to go there. And being the development officer for the Middle East region at that time, I was asked if I would be happy to go, and I said I would. Why not? And yes, 2003, the plane landed on the runway at Kabul. From the window, I could only see on either side of the runway were damaged tanks, damaged planes, damaged helicopters, and damaged guns. And I came out of the plane and went to the arrival lounge, got through there, and as soon as I entered the city of Kabul, the only thing I could see was damaged windows, damaged walls, damaged buildings, damaged roads, and a lot of fear because the war had just ended, and people were very, very skeptical about Afghanistan's future. I was taken to the ground. Well, there wasn't any ground as such. It was an open field by the hill, and I could see three cement pitches, and that was it. That was all they had at that time. And I was watching the players play. Now, this is where I made up my mind when I saw the tremendous talent I could see there, primarily because most of the players playing there were only just returned back from Pakistan, where they were refugees, and in Peshawar they were playing cricket. So a lot of players I saw there were uh, the players who had come back from Pakistan, and they was fantastic. The talent was so good that I immediately made up my mind that I would make the recommendation: go ahead, give membership to the Afghanistan Cricket Board, and they never looked back after that. Soon after my return, they got the membership, and after that, my visit to Afghanistan, especially Kabul, was very frequent. I used to go there for coaching. I ran camps over there. I ran coaching clinics, umpiring courses, coaching courses. And the main important thing that I used to do was to meet the government officials, to convince them that yes, you've got talent, yes, you've got players. The thing that you need to do is provide them with an opportunity, opening the doors for them, providing them with a plot of land that where Asian Cricket Council would invest the money and build a stadium. Um, I'll share a story with you. At one of the small areas I went to in Kabul on my first visit, the only thing I could see in the middle was a cement pitch, and on either side of the ground, outside the boundary, was one side was a damaged helicopter, and on the other side was a damaged plane. And I asked them, what is it? So they said, well, it's so hot at times, so we use it as a dressing room. So that is where the starting of Afghanistan cricket was, where the players were sitting in the damaged helicopter on one side and then damaged plane on the other side, as using as the dressing room. So that is the journey that they started off, and from there onwards, they never looked back. Of course, they were at times very hyper. They were very difficult to manage, especially when they're playing the ACC tournaments coming abroad like Malaysia and Singapore and Hong Kong, because they'd never seen anything outside Afghanistan. So that was something they could not handle it at times. But yes, the talent was always there. No matter what they did off the field, on the field, they were fantastic. They never looked back. And the thing that I still remember from their first president, Alada Nouri, he said, today we are embarking on a journey where we have decided, and there's a slogan now, that we will, all the new players, will leave the guns and pick up bats. And they never looked back after that. And the kind of talent that they had, each tournament that they played, they kept on winning. The best part about Afghanistan's national team was that they were not afraid to lose. And they were so confident that even if they got the team out for, if they were bowled out for say 150, said, I'll explain to you in Urdu. They say, "Saab, fikar nahi karo, hum inko soran nahi karne dega." So in other words, even if we get out for 150, we will not let the other team score more than 100 runs. And they used to do that. and they proved it on the field, not just in ACC tournaments. Then they came to ICC championships. Never looked back. I was the national coach when they're playing Division 5 of the ICC in South Africa. And we went there and we had to win or be at the top 5 to qualify for the next round. And they said, don't worry, we'll get there. And we did. So that is a kind of resilience that they had, that no matter what situation, what conditions, and they used to always say, the kind of trauma that we've gone through, the hardships that we've gone through, the difficulties that we've gone through, this is nothing for us on the field. So just give us the opportunity, and we will show you what we can do. And the Asian Cricket Council and the International Cricket Council were both behind them, giving them the right opportunity, giving them the leverage at times, giving them the opportunity to go out, investing money into infrastructure, giving them opportunities to tour abroad, spending money on them, because we could see the talent, because we could see the determination, because we knew that they would go at the top, because they were not afraid to lose and they're prepared to fight till the end. And that's exactly what they did. And in a few years' time, now they are a full member. The important thing now is how they go forward. Of course, there are a lot of changes in the cricket board that happens in all new countries. A frequent change in the administration obviously stops or hampers the progress, but they're so determined. They never look back. No matter what happens in the administration, the team goes out there to play and play to win. And
Yeah.
that's a strong thing that they have: determination, willpower,
Yeah.
and the will to win.
I have some experience with the Afghanistan team while I was in Malaysia. That the Malaysian cricket team,
Yeah,
and they played some of the under-19 game against Malaysia, and they were a real fighter uh, on the field and off the field also. Sometimes that they are very tough, but they're very friendly as well. Uh,
yeah.
and I can remember, I think their coach there was a Taj. Was it
Taj
Taj?
Maluk. Taj
Taj.
Maluk.
I'm not sure what he's doing now, but fantastic guy, funny, and
Yeah.
he was that time. I can remember him anyway. Um, Going back to Afghanistan, and that currently Afghanistan is doing really really well in shorter format. Um, they are coming from a war zone. I'm not sure either you know about that. We from London, our charity runs a project in Lebanon with the Syrian refugee camps,
I've
where
seen that. I've seen that.
war zone Syrian children, and they're really liking the game. But I think in a different conversation, probably I'll come back to you to how ICC can support those
Yeah,
children and inspire them, probably. Um,
sure.
and cricket is a good game, and you mentioned that the taking the gun off and taking the cricket bat and using the cricket
Yeah,
as a power.
yeah. That
Fantastic.
that that is something that slogan itself was so good. Leave the guns, pick the bat up. And now wherever you go, see, the good thing that had happened after that was that they had some very, very good administrators. One I would like to mention here is Dr. Noor, a professional doctor, but a fantastic administrator. And he bought all the infrastructure development that you see in Afghanistan. A lot of policies that were made. He was the backbone behind all the administration work that he did, and now Afghanistan Cricket Board is enjoying the fruit what Dr. Lood had laid down. So that was fantastic. The other thing that is the good thing that happened is that a lot of support from various organizations, various countries. Um, wherever they had these uh, forces, like the Australian force in one province, the American force in one province, or the British forces in one province, or UNICEF uh, providing support. What Dr. Noor used to say to them was, "We'll get the land for you. Can you help us?" So they used to ask, "In what way?" "See, we'll give you the drawings. Just build a stadium for us." So that is what was the foundation that Dr. Noor laid. And today we have a full-fledged stadium in Kabul, two stadiums in Jalalabad, and one in Host. So there have got number of academies, or what we call the mushroom of academies, all around Afghanistan, and they're all run by the Afghanistan Cricket Board. Here, I would like to specially mention the support provided by the Asian Cricket Council, the International Cricket Council, and more important, the support from the BCCI and the Pakistan Cricket Board. See, collectively, there was a lot of support for Afghanistan. The technical support and some kind of financial support came from both the key boards, the Pakistan Cricket Board and the BCCI, and that helped them tremendously, like sending coaches to their country for training. Pakistan Cricket Board came out and said, "Look, your national team needs experience. We'll let you play in grade 2 in Pakistan domestic cricket." Indian Cricket Board said, "We'll provide you with the coaches. Let your team come and train in India." So that was a kind of support that was required, and that came at the right time. See, when you are in the right place at the right time, things work in your favor. And for Afghanistan, that was the right time from, say, 2007 onwards, that there's a clear-cut support from the Asian Cricket Council, the International Cricket Council, the BCCI, and the PCB, all joined hands together to see Afghanistan grow. Then came the crucial moment. The crucial moment was that Afghanistan ticking all the boxes for full membership. That's where the support was required from our member countries, the full members in Asia. So that was support from the BCCI, the PCB, the Sri Lankan Cricket Board, and the Bangladesh Cricket Board. All got together and made sure that Afghanistan got this membership there. And now Afghanistan can be very proud to be one of the full members of the ICC, playing Test cricket, playing T20Is, playing the one-day internationals, 50 overs. So now they have to grow further. They've got to go forward. They've got to go and fight out like they did from the initial days when they had nothing at all. I still remember their national fast bowler. I was in Kabul for a training camp, and one of the fast bowlers I saw coming from outside, walking with a new cricket ball in hand. So I said, "Why do you have this ball? Why doesn't the cricket board provide it?" This cricket ball ka paisa nahi hai. Let me no money for cricket, no even for cricket ball. So I get the ball for myself and come and bowl in the nets. So that is how the determination was. That is where the passion came in. That is where the team combined as a unit, not 11 individuals. And that helped them grow and fight against the strongest oppositions like Scotland, Ireland, Zimbabwe, Kenya. And they went on to beat the full members as well, to tick the
Yeah,
box.
that's right.
So determined that they knew exactly what they had to do.
Yeah.
And we used to sit and have a chat at times, how we're going to develop. And they knew exactly, they had the plan in mind, and the team gelled in so well that they never looked back.
Yeah.
You know,
So we can talk about the success on and on, and you are the person who can tell all the stories. And thank you for sharing all those insight. We'll just play a very short video about the Afghanistan and your involvement in particular, and then we'll come back to the other topics. Fantastic to see some of the clips that you are working with Afghanistan in very early days. Iqbal, bhai, as I said that that we can talk a lot about things, but let's talk about a little bit of current situation due to this pandemic. We know that cricket is held up everywhere. It's difficult for us as a cricketer during the cricket season. We cannot play cricket. We cannot train. Now England they have started the international game and first class game started with the biosecure environment. What you are advising in your associate members, and what sort of protocol you are providing to the members like teams like Afghanistan even?
Well, the International Cricket Council has a protocol for all the member countries, and we provided them with all the do's and don'ts, what they can do, what they should not do. So yes, using the mask, using their own equipment, using their own water bottles and things like that. So I tell you what, things have changed. The world has changed, and we have to change as well. So before we were hands-on on the ground coaching, training. Now it's more uh, online, really, But yes, what we have done in the last few months is that uh, we have kept in touch with all our member countries. We have bi-weekly webinar where we sit down, have a chat, learn from our experience, discuss things, what we need to do, and see how we can together. In fact, the slogan that we have is "Together we grow." And together we grow, we get together every 2 weeks, have a chat, discuss, see what the best practices are, how we can help each other through this difficult time. Hopefully, with this, we can be in touch, we can be in line with all the requirements, and hopefully, in a few months' time, we are keeping the fingers crossed that if things work out well, if things get better, we'll start playing international cricket again. We'll start getting our ICC's tournaments back in action, and we'll see them in action again. So while they are indoors, we are still working with the teams, we are working with the coaches, we are working with their administrators to make sure that they are well equipped, they are they have the right knowledge that is to be passed on to them, and they follow all the protocols should they want to play cricket. Like, for example, cricket has started in Malaysia, in Bhutan, in Thailand, um, and we have given them the do's and don'ts. They're following it, and we're hoping that other countries will start cricket soon. And once they do, we've been back in action. We'll see that no country is left behind. We'll make sure that all the requirement that they need is taken care of. And so that once they're back on field, they start performing again, because we want teams to grow, we want teams to perform, and we want them to do well. And when this pandemic finishes, hopefully soon, we do not want any country that we have to say, oh, we are starting again, so, maybe we cannot perform. No, we want them to be ready when the things are ready. When the things are going, we want them to be right as where they were when the pandemic started. So yes, we are in touch with them, constantly in touch with them, working on how best we can help them during the conditions that you're facing now.
Yeah, I hope that things will be easing up sooner than the later for all the countries, and cricket and other sports will come up, and that we can play as normal as possible. We talked about in this program a lot about this technology, and particularly this technology in sports. And due to this pandemic, of course, there are certain things that, as you said, that what you cannot do because of the social distancing. This virus is very dangerous, and there are a lot of things that whole world learned that remotely work incapability, and we've been doing a lot of coaching using the Zoom, using the video conferencing type things. And I just wanted to show you one technology that smartcricket.com came up with.
and they're the ICC's one of the technology partner. So I'll just play a clip, and then we'll talk a little bit. Our time is almost running out, so we didn't even talk a lot, but you see the time is running. All right,
Yes.
let's go with the technology part.
The question of what is smartcricket.com? Smartcricket.com is actually a movement which we started in 2016. We did a big experiment in 2017 during the Champions Trophy, and now we are ready with the first product, and we are also ready with a proper roadmap of what we are trying to do.
Shot timing 98.
Follow through angle 250 degrees. A little red thing that is on the that picks up all the valuable data.
We did rigorous testing. We have tested close to 50,000 shots by now, and we have a lab in Santa Clara in US, and we have a lab in Bangalore.
Does it affect in how you hold the bat? Not at all, because you never hold the bat where it actually is. You actually hold it slightly lower. If anything, actually, it gives you a little bit of a counterbalance. You see modern cricketers put a bit of tape around the top of their bat to give them a bit of counterbalance so that your hands fit in nice and snugly there. That's already done with this little bit of technology. There's a bit of technology there that basically picks up various things on the bat. So for example, bat angle. Someone like Hashim Amla with his big twirly bat that he has at the top there, a little bit like the Jim Furyk golf swing, he will have a big bat angle. Someone like MS Dhoni when he goes to play the helicopter shot, he is going to have a big bat angle. Maybe someone slightly lower to the ground. Who am I thinking? Some of the England batsmen maybe start a little bit lower. Jason Roy, people like that, have a lower back angle.
There's the one of the six, 71.
Quite a few bats.
The thing it picks up is bat speed. The amount of times we have done masterclasses talking to Virat Kohli or AB de Villiers about bat speed. What does that actually mean? It's all well and good saying, well, you've got fast hands, but how do you measure that bat speed? So someone like me, a boring batsman, used to have very low bat speed. That's why the ball didn't go anywhere. But some of these guys, you think Kohli when he plays the seamer, actually plays with firm wrists and doesn't create much bat speed. But when Kohli plays against the spinners, Kohli really generates a lot of wrist and bat speed through the ball. So what we've been able to do is actually quantify that. So maybe with Kohli against the seamers, his bat speed is good. Kohli against the spinners, his bat speed is absolutely phenomenal. But it's not just bat speed. You could have the most brilliant bat speed, but if it doesn't get there in the right time, then the ball doesn't go very well. So you also need the timing of the bat speed, and this sensor picks up exactly when the timing is, and hence how far the ball will go, how much impact it has on that cricket ball. So from this little bit of technology in the bat, we are picking up a whole different bits of information about how good batsmen are and how well they hit a cricket ball.
Many bat sensors in many different ways and tell us how well a batsman times the ball, and the measurement that we're using is the speed.
You can seamlessly sync your bat sensor and start using the bat sensor with the same app. When we launch the shoe sensor and the ball sensor, the same app will seamlessly sync all the sensors and give you all the data with all sensors synced in time together. This is a revolution which is going to unfold, and it will change the way training has been done so far. At this point of time, While I am speaking, training is more a gut feel of a coach. Now we'll convert it into real data.
It's a very small, tiny device that helps the coaches. It's a coaching tool, and also internationally in broadcast they used. I think this is brilliant, for the coaches and the players going forward. Have you heard about this or anything? Any other technology
Yes,
you all are using?
yes, there are a lot of technologies that are available in the market, and all are very, very good, very attractive, very, very good to follow. As a coach, I would be happy to use any kind of technology that's available in the market for the betterment of the player. So yes, these market tools are available, and we should all use it. Uh, but I would like to just emphasize that yes, it is as important as anything else, but coaching hands on the field is also very important. You as a
Yeah.
player, I as a player know that yes, technology is very good and we should use it, but at the same time, we should use this on the field as well.
Yeah. So this gives you data, so that at least if you know your data,
Absolutely.
that helps you to analyze yourself, and Iqbal bhai, I think we are just running out of time. Thank you very much for your time today, and I think we should catch up some other day also to talk more about the development program that you are running in Asia, and particularly Middle East, and I want you to be meeting with our project kids and the staffs in Lebanon where they are working. They are really nice people, and I think I can bring them with you in one of the program, so that
Yeah,
we all can talk about what they need.
certainly, it's very important that we as now we call ourselves administrators, we need to do these kind of exploration. If there is an opportunity, yes, we need to get together and talk about it and see how best we can try and help them to for cricket to grow in that country as well. Why not? It'll be a pleasure. Anything that we as an ICC, as an organization, whatever we can do, we'll be more than happy to help and assist in any way we can.
Thank you, Galbhai. Thanks for your time. So you'd like to say some few finishing words?
Yes, first of all, Ratan, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. It's been wonderful to catch up with you again, and of course to have a chat online here. It's been wonderful. I'm really happy to share my stories of Pakistan cricket and of course Afghanistan cricket. And I sincerely hope that I'm able to pass on a little message to all our viewers, to all our players, to all our coaches. Never give up. Do not give up hope. Keep trying. I did that, and God gave me the results. And of course, see what our Prime Minister Imran Khan is doing. He is not giving up against all odds. He's keeping fighting. And that is the message to all our friends, all our players, all our colleagues. Do not give up, keep fighting.
Yeah, thank you, Iqbal bhai, for your time and your inspirational talks. And I'm sure that there are a lot of people out there. They are listening. They are taking from you. The people can view this channel. They can subscribe. This your whole interview will be saved on our Facebook, on our YouTube. So anytime anybody wanted to see, share, even you can share, and it will be in our archive too. So thank you very much, Iqbal bhai, and we'll be catch up you soon again. Viewers, we were talking about inspirational journeys of Iqbal Sikandar, the way he get into the Pakistan team and into the World Cup 1992. At the end, they won the 1992 World Cup, as we all know. And then we talked about how he contributed, develop Afghanistan cricket since 2003, when he went to the country for the first time for a visit. Then he made the recommendation to International Cricket Council for associate member. So this program, as we mentioned, is talk about inspirational people, and we'll be bringing some more inspirational people in future and talk about their journeys so that young people can learn from their journey. And one thing, if you learn from Iqbal by today, is work hard and don't give up your hope. So for next time, we'll be seeing you in couple of days. So for time being, thank you, and thank you for watching.